Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with another Game of Thrones video, as you can tell. So, for my friends on the Star Wars channel, who might be also, hopefully, are watching this channel as well, I'm sorry that there was no upload last week. My storage is messed up, and, again, and through some space, and I bought something to add more storage, but it's still not letting me download videos for some reason. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out tomorrow. The Andor review, I literally made like weeks ago. It's so annoying, and I'm gonna be able to download it tomorrow, hopefully. And then tomorrow, I'm also gonna make a versus video for you guys that I hope you guys will enjoy. I'm sorry about that. I just thought I needed to explain that. But anyways, please like this video, subscribe, watch my other videos if you'd like. Share these videos with your friends too. I really appreciate any one of those. And even you watching this, I appreciate. And anything, if you do all those, then you're godly. I love you. Before we get into the discussion, let's just talk about like the standards first. So for the ranking, it's gonna be people who actually sat on the Iron Throne, not people who claim to be king or queen, because then the list will be a lot longer. Eventually, I'm gonna do that video. I think I'll do that next month, this month, I don't know when. Eventually I'll do that. Also, I want to do Game of Thrones What If soon. I don't know how long that'll take to write, but whatever. But, yeah, so eventually I'll do one including these people and everybody who claims to be king or queen or whatever. And that'll be like 10, 15 people who are ranked from best to worst, or worst to best. And that's what we're doing now. We're going to rank people who actually sat on the Iron Throne. This doesn't include Daenerys. I mean, she basically was just bitching Cersei, but she didn't sit on the Iron Throne, so I can't really count her. So people who sat on the Iron Throne during Game of Thrones, from worst to best, based off of how they did as the ruler, and like their leadership qualities, their track record in wars and things like that, keeping peace and whatever, and maintaining the kingdoms, having kingdoms, pretty much. Alright, so let's start off with the worst of the four, Joffrey. So, I'm kind of remaking this video. I got like halfway through and then I just deleted it because I didn't like it. But Joffrey pretty much was like the problem with that. But basically, he was very arrogant, very just disrespectful to the lords of everywhere in Westeros, and he was just very provoking. He was very provoking. He provoked people to hate him. He caused his death. He caused like all the war. I mean, the best call he did was unlike Tywin actually, for once, he made the smart choice. It's like the full reverse, because he knew Daenerys would be a threat eventually. But yeah, he's just very, very bad king. He had no clue what he was doing. He made problems a lot worse than they ever needed to be. He also tried to maintain like a strong warrior persona when he just wasn't at all. And like he just was always creating problems with powerful people, and he really should not have. Like Tyrion or Sansa, or not Marjorie, I guess. But like, I mean, he was creating problems with people who are friends with powerful people, and like that's kind of what caused his doom. And he just really was very arrogant, and like a lot of his problems could have been solved, especially with Ned. Like, why would he kill him for no good reason? Like, he could have just sent him to the Night's Watch. People would have gone apeshit probably, but like they wouldn't have like caused a goddamn rebellion that like destroyed like half of his fucking army. Like, dude, he was just really, really arrogant, and just a bad ruler in general. And I don't think he had any clue what was going on. He just did what he wanted. He didn't think about how it affected other people. He thought of his image and what he wanted to do, and that's just really bad ruler or leader whatsoever, regardless of opinion, really. Next up is Cersei. So she's better than Joffrey because she's just stubborn instead of stupid. I mean, she does some stupid shit, but like this mainly season 8, which is I'm gonna talk about. But, like, she has a lot of the things that Joffrey has, but she's more reserved, uh, emotionally, and mentally, and like she's just smarter, clear thinking, but still has the same problems he has. And I mean, he learned them from her, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, and she just does anything for her family, and it's just kind of really just arrogant. And she's kind of like Tywin. She just thinks about the family name a lot of the time while she's the queen. So the problem is that she just won't give up. Like, she's trying to rule when she's just getting shit on by Daenerys in season 8. And with the Night King, like, why was she? What did she think was going to happen? That the Night King would kill everyone in the north, and then he just like look at her and be like, "Nah, you're chilling." Like, what was she thinking was going to happen? I don't know. I mean, her move with Euron, I think his name is, that was pretty smart to fake out Daenerys and make her think that they were going to help. That was smart, I guess, tactically, but like in the grand scheme of it, it was just stupid. Like, you weren't going to beat Daenerys. You really should have just evacuated, saved yourself from the beginning, and then when you come back, you could have like been a savior maybe if you were able to like assassinate her and come back after she's dead. But because she was stubborn for no goddamn reason, they were screwed. Like, I mean, she probably should have fought with Daenerys, and then I don't know. Like, there were so many better ways for her to like do this. Her trying to like defeat dragons and stuff like that. It's just not it, bro. But a lot smarter than Joffrey, but just too stubborn. Like, she wouldn't accept defeat, and that really cost her the kingdom. When she could have gotten out alive, and maybe it could have been a decent ending for her at least, and a few others. Okay, next up is Tommen. So, the reason he's above the other two is because he's just not, like, he's not as smart as his mom. He's not, like, smart as either of them, technically, but, like, he's just not as arrogant as Joffrey, and he's not as just stubborn or ignorant as Cersei, or overconfident as Cersei. Another thing about Cersei, she's really overconfident. Tommen, he had a lot of potential. I think he could have been a really good king, especially with Tywin mentoring him. I mean, if he stayed true to himself a bit and learned from Tywin, then I think he could have been a really good king. But again, alas, we never got to see that because Cersei was being a dumbass and killed his wife and her family, so he killed himself. You're like, what was she thinking, bro? Why would you do that? Oh, okay, whatever. But, so, yeah, Tommen, he's really kind, and he doesn't resort to violence ever, which is, like, a good thing for once, because, like, not everything needs to be solved with violence, and that really just causes more harm to a lot sometimes than good. But, I mean, he's kind of like a little bitch sometimes, because, like, they have, the High Septon, or the High Sparrow, sorry, has his mom and his wife, and he just doesn't do shit about it. When they could have just slammed them, like, bro, what are you doing, man? Like, come on. So basically, overall for Tommen, he was just too unwilling to act and be aggressive and use his title of king to do things. But I mean, I feel like he could have like created peace with like the North and stuff like that, and maybe eventually, I don't know, he could have done good things. I feel like, and he was making things better. I feel like in some ways, but he really just didn't have a lot of time, and he had so many people telling him different things to do, and his whole family around him was fighting, and it just really was a bad situation, bad timing, and it was just really rough for him. So I feel like he could have done it a lot better as a king, but he just never really got the chance to, and not enough time. So that being said, let's move on to the best king in Game of Thrones, Robert Baratheon. He was definitely the best king in Game of Thrones. He was more or less the main reason people respected Joffrey in the first place. He was a widely respected king. He was not necessarily loved, and I feel like a lot of people don't think he's a good king because, I mean, he just drinks and shits and fucks and stuff all the time, like he says. But, I mean, the whole realm was in peace for most of the time. And I mean, there was a rebellion, and then he shit on them, and then yeah, like it was good for most of his reign. There wasn't a lot of problems, and he kept people in line. He was, I mean, he really didn't want to be king, but like he was a better king than people give him credit for. He kept people in line. People respected him. They feared him like a little bit, not enough to like hate him like Joffrey or something, like the Mad King, but they respected him. They feared him a little bit, and I mean they definitely didn't love him, but they revered him as well. So when like all this stuff goes down, and the two of the most powerful houses are fighting, and then he dies because I mean I don't remember, was it because I still don't even know honestly. Was it Cersei or Tywin who got him killed? I'm thinking it's Cersei because she said so, but was it Tywin who told her to? I don't know, man. I'm thinking it was Cersei. I don't know, but so yeah, once he gets killed, I mean he can't really do much, but I feel like he probably would have solved this out if he did live, and he kind of was, but he just really was. I mean, he kept people in order. He kept order. He kept peace. And I mean, that's the main thing that like king needs to do. And people had freedom as well. And I don't know, he was a good king. People just don't give him a lot of credit. But I mean, he definitely. I feel like he could have been better if he like actually like did stuff, and I don't know. But he kind of just sat and ate all day. But that's definitely better than starting wars every day. So I have to give him some credit for that. But anyways, tell me what you guys think about this list that I made. And who do you guys think is the best king or queen we've seen in Game of Thrones? Out of these ones or out of all of them? Just tell me in the comments down below. And I will see you guys next time.